Today we're taking a ride out here in the country. We're going out to my cousin's house. We're gonna go see another fine survivor of a car. It is a really, really cool little car. It has a lot of things very similar to my Maverick, but it's not a Maverick. It's a 1965 Falcon Futura, and it's very similar in a lot of ways. But you know, it has some of its own issues. But it's just such a nice car. I don't know. We're gonna go out and have a look at this thing. Okay, here we are, and here it is. It's a 1965 Falcon Futura, and you know, it's not just the plain Jane Futura, the plain Jane Falcon. It's the Futura model, which had the extra, I guess, a little extra fancy trim package. It still has all four original, the fancier wheel cover and beauty rims on it. It has all four of those. Now, and this car does have some rust issues. It would take some work to make it all okay again. But you know, it's real complete. It has every piece of trim, every tail light, you know, all the Falcon letters, and you know, all the trim strips. And it has the chrome sport mirrors, the antennas there, everything. All the Ford letters are here, the hood ornament. And the short story on this car is that my cousin bought it hoping that he did recognize that it had you know, has some rust issues behind the fenders, around the wheel well, and his hope was that it, you know, maybe just needs a little bit of body work, and maybe get away with, you know, kind of doing what I'm doing with the Maverick, freshening up the brake system. You know, it had been sitting a while, you know, cleaning the entire fuel system out, cleaning the carburetor, giving it a tune-up, an oil change, you know, all that kind of stuff, and maybe getting it back on the road again. Well, what he didn't count on, and he admitted he goofed, that we were working on it here. We did have it running. We might try to start it today, but the last time we kind of was tinkering with it, we was underneath looking at the gas tank and stuff, and we found out that in this the subframe above this wheel underneath is it's got a lot of rust. It's got a bad rust issue, and that's kind of beyond what he was prepared to do with it, you know, as far as the skill and the place to do it, and the expense, and just the amount of work that's involved in that, the fabrication work to make that right again is just a little beyond his means. And so right now he's considering selling the car because it, you know, it takes the right shop and you know, the right skill set to do that kind of work. But the car itself is really, really complete. You know, it doesn't appear that it was ever wrecked, and you know, this body is really straight. There's nothing missing. You know, sometimes what you run into with these cars is you know, somebody started parting them out, and you know, once pieces are missing, they can be hard to find, and by the time you do find them, and you know, you get all the missing parts rounded up, that can be quite an expense. So everything, you know, in the interior is still really decent in it. The you know, all the seats are pretty fair. This car came with, this is back in the era when smoking was cool. Okay, it has the rear ashtrays and the armrests, so all the window cranks are in here, and the Futura decals, and you know, the dashboard is all, you know, still pretty dang nice. All the control knobs, you know, everything is it did have the radio upgraded, but at least they didn't hack this out. Sometimes you see that. This piece is all still original. You can put an original radio back in it. But let's see here, what else. And the one thing that's not original is the steering wheel. I think this is the only thing that is not original equipment. And yeah, all the knobs are all in place. Yeah, nothing missing. to be the Falcon emblem. Like I say, every doorknob and latch is, there's just not a thing, you know, when it comes to the trim and everything, there's nothing missing in this car. So, like I say, we might try to get her, see if she'll breathe a little bit of life. And also, like the Maverick, yeah, it still has all the original, has the original engine in it. Nobody, you know, converted it to a race car and put a big V8 in it. It has the original 6-cylinder, and this was the Sprint 200 engine. Again, those are going to be hard to find, the original air cleaners. Yeah, it needs polished up a bit. And, you know, another one of those possibly hard to find parts is it has this this bag for windshield washer fluid. It's all still intact, you know, in good shape. It's still flexible, you know, it's not hard and brittle. But, you know, these kind of parts, they can be hard to find, and when you do, you know, people aren't giving them away. But yeah, while the car does have some rust issues in places, you know, all this is still intact. A lot of times these upper shock towers and fenders will get all rusted out. But yeah, so there it is. The Falcon will come to life. Okay, we got the air cleaner off of it. We're gonna squirt a little bit of gas in here in a minute. Turns out this battery's pretty sad, so we've got a little bit of help with the battery charger going on here. We're just gonna make sure it'll even turn over first. It says no. It says no. I think we're gonna have to put a little bit of effort into these connections here. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Huh. Alright, we might try one more thing here. Alright, we cleaned terminals up and decided to get a jump from the van. Does that much. Alright, we can get a little bit of gasoline in that carburetor somehow. Alright, what this thing needs is a nice dose up. Let's see if we can't shoot some right into the carburetor bowl. Go on, take a drink. Take a drink. Alright, we need a little bit more. Alright, we're just going to put some down in. That's plenty. That's plenty. Turn the key on. Any lights come on here? They don't come on. Alright, let's see what happens. How do you like that? I don't know. I don't know. That's better than expected. It's almost as if it says, I'm ready to go for a ride, right? Well, there it is. Sounds like it has the lifter stuck or needs the valves adjusted. I don't know if it's a hydraulic cam or hydraulic lifters or solid lifters, but it is full of oil. It's not knocking, it's tapping up here, so it could be a stuck lifter, probably free up. Maybe have to get warmed up and driven a little bit, or if it's mechanical, it probably just needs adjusted. But yeah, it's running pretty good. Hang on a second. Yeah, I shut it off. Yeah, so she could run. Or does run. Man, it was saying 40 pounds of oil pressure on the gauge, so. All right, we had some good fortune shine on us and the sun came out. That actually went better than we expected. We wasn't expecting it to start that easy. Really, it's been sitting for quite a while. Pretty pleased with that. I just wanted to show you another cool classic old Ford. You know, I really love these cars. It's my favorite era, you know, of automobile, favorite brands, the size, you know, the smaller ones. There were some pretty cool ones made, and I just thought I'd share this one with you. Don't know what's next. Thanks for coming along today. I'll see you next time.